Hi everyone. For the next talk, it will be really helpful for anyone who interested to start to contribute to open source. So we will have our next speaker, Untari. She is the contributor for open source contributor to the Eventyay project under FOSSASIA. And the topic she wants to share with us today is her own experience contributing to Eventyay, a Google Summer of Code experience. Everyone, please give Untari a warm welcome.
Hi everyone, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. My name is Untari. I'm a software developer based in Singapore. I'm currently a full-time student in computer science, specialized in machine learning and AI in University of London. So today I will talk a little bit about my experience contributing to Eventyay through Google Summer of Code 2024. So what is GSoC? I'm sure most of the people here know what is GSoC. So it's basically a global program for students or new developers that wants to contribute in open source. It also helps the open source organization to attract new contributors every year. And the aim is to grow FOSS community and also bringing new contributors to open source project. And yeah, it's always happening on the summer. So how does it work? So usually the organization will apply and are selected by Google. When it's selected, the organization will publish the idea list, and the student will submit the application to the project that they're interested to the organization. And the organization will select the student, and once the selected student get accepted, they will work with the mentors. They have two different workloads. I think the short one is around 10 weeks, and the large project will be around 16 to 22 weeks. And there will be stipend paid upon milestone, which is divided into two milestones, which is the midterm and the final term. But usually they have, if you can pass the midterm, then they will give you 1/3, and you can continue contribute to the final terms, and they give the full stipend. To note that if you fail the midterms, then you cannot go through the final terms. So what is Eventyay? So it's open source event management platform where you guys using it to check the schedule, buy tickets, and all this. And it also has the virtual hybrid in-person events. So currently, we have two versions of Eventyay. This is the old version where we use for the summit. So this Eventyay is very old, and it was used to, the project lead was passed away during COVID, and no one maintained the project anymore, so it abandoned for quite some time. And it's hard to find a developer because they use quite old technologies. So we come up with the new version of Eventyay, which we use the Pretix, Venulis, which is open source project ecosystem that is out there, and we try to use the newer framework like Django and Postgres and Vue.js. So this is the simple way to put the architecture of Eventyay. The front end is built in Vue.js. The back end is using Django. And for the database, we're using Postgres SQL. And the deployment is using Docker-based with CI/CD workflow. And also integrated to YouTube, Jitsi, and Big Blue Button. So the new versions is already out there. And we use it for like Wikimedia conference events and other events. So Eventyay runs in Docker container. So there's a different component in the Docker where these three components is related to each other. We have Eventyay tickets where you can buy the tickets. And Eventyay talk is mostly for the speaker where you can upload your talk and manage your talk. And Eventyay video is the video streaming, which is people can use the video to stream, and there's different interpretation for the video. Yeah, and there is new plugin that we developed, which is the Eventyay check-in that you guys see in the registration, where you can just scan QR your ticket and it print it immediately, and the developer is there. So you can talk if you're interested in that. So what did I do on my summer last year? So I discovered FOSSASIA and the projects through GitHub. So I contribute to Eventyay through GitHub during my GSoC. And first of all, I have to learn the structure of Eventyay because it's not easy, I guess. And first of all, you have to read the documentation and review the issues and make PR. Last one, like you have to submit your personnel for GSoC. You need to like specify the detail and approach and the solution that you can give to the project that you're interested on to work in GSoC. Then in the end of the internship, you will gain some experience and continue to contribute in the organization. So what did I do during GSoC? Don't know. So I set up automated deployment with Docker, and I also implemented live interpretation system for multiple language event, which is the Eventyay video. So there is, because using YouTube, you cannot you cannot put live interpretations because you don't have that. So we integrate this YouTube, and then you can select the languages, and at the back, there is real interpreter talking about with different languages that you can select. And I also enhance the UI, UX for better experience and contribute. Oh, there is something that is covering up with the GIF. It's basically I contribute the texting and also fixing some other issues. So how to get involved? First, check FOSSASIA repository. There's bunch of project that is there. There's PS Lab, Android, most of the active. And this is the important part. So when you try to apply for GSoC, please read the documentation first before you email the mentor like, hey sir, how do we get started? Because they're busy, they have their own full-time job, and they don't get paid. So try to read the documentation, get familiar with the project, try to set up. Yeah. And this is like the high-level setup with Eventyay. Straightforward, but probably you will go through some issues, some error. And tomorrow there is workshop from Norbert, which is the boss of Eventyay. And you can go to the workshop and learn how to set up Eventyay on your local system. And good news for all the student or new contributor this year, GSoC is happening again, and FOSSASIA is participating with multiple projects. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to learn open source and gain more experience. So how to contribute and get involved? Join the FOSSASIA GitHub repository. You can start with a smaller issue and try to make PRs and get used to the ecosystem that Eventyay have. And also you can engage the discussion on GitHub or the community channel, which is the QR code there, is our Telegram Eventyay support. And yeah, follow the contribution guideline and documentation. And good luck with applying for GSoC. And I listed like few projects that FOSSASIA have this year. There's Eventyay, Suzy AI, Scrum Helper, and Light Batch Magic, which is this one. We have the apps that is developed by our community, so you can check it out. And they also have workshop tomorrow, Pocket Science Lab also. So yeah, good luck. Thank you very much. I guess we have like very little time if any question, but you also can reach me out anywhere. And there's also Google Summer of Code booth that you can ask Stephanie or Mary. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank a lot for the sharing.